Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Today we are going to learn about subject and the verb agreement. Most of you have already known about the subject and most of you have already known about the verb. If there is a subject, it must be a verb. If the subject is singular and also the verb is singular. If the subject is a plural, then the verb is a plural, because a verb always follows the subject. But sometimes it is difficult for us to identify which verb that should into the verb, which verb should into the subject. If the subject separated away from the verb, like in compound sentence or in complex sentence, it is difficult to identify. But by looking at the subject, it is easy for you to identify which of the verb that suitable to put a singular or plural. If there is prepositional phrase, for example, you know it will no effect to the verb. Like the example here, the study is very interesting. We can easily identify the verb is singular because the word study identified as singular. But if we put prepositional phrase here, languages as a plural word, it is difficult for us which of this should be written as a verb, with a R or with a is. Because we have already known now, because this is only prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase is not counted to disrupt the verb. What is something disrupt to the verb? The subject, not the prepositional phrase. So the example, the study of languages, the verb is still is, not are. Why? Because the subject is singular. So that's why the study of languages is very interesting, not are very interesting. That's the point. And also we have so many examples using subject and the verb agreement with the different construction of English. Accompanied with, accompanied by, along with, as well as. Whenever you use this, even so many person after these phrases, it doesn't affect to the verb. Because all of this counted as a one person, counted as singular. It's different to the subject, so it always depends to the subject itself. If you take a look at your book, you can easily identify those. It doesn't have any effect to the verb. It's only effect to the subject itself. There are some words that identified as always singular. If we use this word, we always use singular verb agreement. Like anybody, everybody, nobody, somebody, each, none, either, neither, gerund as a subject, and collective noun. These are always singular if we use this word. So if you see the sentence using with one of these examples, so it's easy for you to identify the verb is singular as always. But in using a number and the number, there's a difference between a number and the number. A number, even a plus plural noun, but the verb should be plural if we use the word a number. But if we use the number of, So even the subject is a plural, but the verb becoming singular. That's the construction. Also there, if the subject here is singular, so we say there is. If the plural, we say there are. No plus the subject. It depends to the subject. Now of the students. No examples are given. It could be singular, it could be plural, it depends to the subject. If the subject is a plural, so the verb should be plural. If the subject from no is singular, so the verb is singular. So that's why to identify, for you to have an easy answer on the toefl, take a look these words that always singular in the form construction of sentence. Nouns that always plural, like the word scissors, short, etc. Why scissors indicate as a plural? Shorts is indicated as a plural because scissor should be have right and left, so mean in pair. Because this word is in pair, right and left, so we say the noun they're always plural. If we construct the sentence using this word, so the verb must be plural, because this indicates to the noun that plural. Thank you for watching first lecture today. If you have a question related to the subject and the verb agreement, don't hesitate to make a phone call or send a message to me to ask a question related to this topic. Goodbye.